How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be building an amazing Seiko SKX. I've owned this watch for a long time. It's definitely got plenty of battle scars, and I figured it was a good time to give it a new look. I don't have a blue watch in my collection right now, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to change that. We're going to be doing a complete overhaul and changing everything about the SKX, but the case. The dial has a really nice sunburst blue color with a little bit chunky applied indices. To pair with the dial is a really cool ceramic navy blue bezel insert that will be going onto a new bezel that has a great coin edge to it. We'll be replacing the chapter ring with the polished one that should look great with the polished borders on the indices. The 7S26 movement in the SKX leaves a lot to be desired, so we'll be changing that out for an NH35. For the hands, we're going with the baton style for the hour and minute. The seconds hand came from a different set that has a bit of a point to it. And finally, we'll be changing out the bracelet to a strap code Jubilee style. If you've never checked out their bracelets, they're definitely worth the money. Solid construction, solid end links, and a milled double locking clasp. Let's get into it. First, we need to break down the SKX. Get the case back open, remove the stem and the movement. The chapter ring stays in place by the crystal, so we will need to remove that. Super easy using a basic watch back press set. Now that all the original parts are off, we can start building and seeing it all come back to life. The chapter ring has a couple little holes that fall into place to keep it from sliding around, and the crystal keeps it further in place. Adding back the crystal is pretty much the same as removing it. The good thing about buying parts is they are not super expensive, so that helps take some worry out of messing up. The dial has two prongs that go into holes on the movement to keep it in place. The hardest part about building a watch is definitely the hands. They are tiny AF, and I do use a visor with magnifiers so I can see it clearly. The hands are super fragile, so I do take my time and not press that hard. The tools do the work. I'm loving this dial. It really has a great look to it. Because of the sunburst effect, it gives off light to dark hues of blue. I went back and forth between a few options for the hands, and I think these ones were a great choice. I can't wait to see how it looks with the navy blue bezel insert. The bezel is attached to the watch by a metal bezel tension ring. Get that in place, then the bezel, and finally, the bezel insert. This all looks really great together. The little bit of shine from the polished chapter ring adds a really cool look, helps tie the dial and bezel together nicely. Those hands, I'm loving them. Let's close her up and get a closer look. I don't know, maybe I'm biased here, but holy smokes, this looks so awesome. What do you all think? Let's get the bracelet on and see how she looks on the wrist. This might be a version of the SKX that might upset some purists, but I think it plays. Everything goes really well together, and I'm definitely happy how everything turned out. I hope you had fun along this journey. Until next video, cheers.